What's up all my skaters, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do my official review on the New Balance Numeric 1010 Tiago Pro model. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's go. These are my socks, and these are the New Balance Numeric 1010 Tiago Pro model. Today, we're going to talk about these. Before we get started, shout out of the week goes to Gage Craig for leaving a comment on one of my videos saying that he was just at the Roanoke Park the other day. This is where we are today, so I felt it was fitting. Also guys, if you missed the unboxing video of these shoes, I'll leave a card here and a description below so you can go check it out. All right, let's get going. All right, so we had to make a quick scenery change. I say quick, really the scene you just saw was a few days ago. I was trying to film 2 videos while at the park. Of course, my battery died and I forgot to charge the spare one. Yeah, rookie mistake, I know. So here we are a few days later. Let's go ahead and continue this video. We're gonna start with the ugly. And honestly, there really wasn't much, but let's go ahead and get into it. All right, the ugly, let's get into the dirty. So these shoes, being all leather, form a crease right here, which digs into your toes when walking around. And honestly, the sole, surprisingly enough, isn't that comfortable when walking around in general, which from a New Balance, I would expect them to be more cushy than they are. So the caveat to this is when I'm skating, I don't feel this, and the sole definitely no issue with whatsoever. And let's be honest, as sick as these shoes look, I bought these shoes to skate, not to walk. So when skating, I don't notice the crease on either foot, although it's worse on my left, which is my front. And the padding on the bottom, there's more than enough. The biggest gap I've done so far is a 4-stair, but honestly, even on bales and even landing on Primo, I've not felt any issue or any pain. So I can skate these shoes perfectly fine all day and not have a problem. And honestly, that's all I've got for the ugly. So that's not too bad. Let's move on to the bad. All right, so talking about the bad, I consider myself to be an average skater, both in terms of my skill level and time that I get on the board. So I've had about 6 sessions with these shoes so far. Both sessions have lasted about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at max. So I feel like I've got a good feeling for these shoes. I've broken them in quite a bit. They feel extremely comfortable now. So some of the bad, I do see them start to wear a little bit in areas that, you know, I'd like to see last a little longer. So specifically, I'm a big heel flipper, and you can already see this is all kind of starting to tear away. There was already a piece of material here that has ripped off, but the stitching is fine there, so I'm not too concerned about that. Started learning kickflips, which you can see here. I've not done a ton of them, and I've never been a kick flipper, so I feel like that's pretty good. That's not too bad of wear and tear. And I did put some super glue on these to start off. I don't know if you can see in through here to kind of help try to make these last a little bit longer, because again, I'm not trying to go through shoes in a month's time, and I'd like them to last a little bit longer so I can get more of my money out of them. Also, one thing about the bad is, again, I've kind of noticed a numb feeling when I first started skating these shoes. I do attribute that more to this is my first leather cup sole shoe ever. I've always skated vulcanized suede shoes, which again give you more board feeling right off the bat. So there was an adjustment period for this. I even lost my ollie for the first day that I started skating them, and it took me a little bit of time to get that back. It just felt very odd. And heel flips, I couldn't heel flip on flat ground. It took me about 3 sessions to be able to heel flip on flat ground, but I could heel flip off of a ramp perfectly, no problem. So I think I was just flipping it a little bit slower and not used to it, just I think because there's a little bit more shoe here. So all in all, there's not much bad with these shoes either. The ugly bad, not much to say, which I'm pretty happy to say that. So let's move on to the good. So of course the shoe has a ton of tech, and honestly I don't care about half of it, but I will say that it does a perfectly good job of coming together and blending everything into one to do what I need it to do and what I expect of it. I can skate this shoe for 1 to 2 hours straight. My feet never hurt or get tired, although of course the rest of my body is going to need a break. And of course previously, like I mentioned, the numb feeling with the board, it does go away after a session or two and you get used to it. I'm so used to skating vulcanized suede shoes that I'm used to having a better board feel, but now the more I skate this shoe, the more I love it, and that's not even a factor anymore. I even landed my first ever kickflip with these shoes, which I never could do as a kid when I skated all the time. I think it's really given me the confidence to help commit more to landing because I'm not worried about my feet getting hurt as much. So I'm landing things more often and with less tries, which to me, I'm all for. Plus, let's not forget the styling of these shoes. They look phenomenal. The black's all right, but the white stands out so well it's ridiculous. Every time I've gone to the skate park, I've had numerous people come up to me and comment on my shoes, either asking about them or just telling me how they look great. So that of course is another feeling on its own that you gotta appreciate. All things considered, I'm extremely happy with my purchase of the shoe. I think it is worth every penny, even considering the high price tag. And if it wears out on me, I'll possibly be looking to buy a second pair. So one last note I want to leave you on. I was watching another YouTuber's video, Flores, in his weekend session episode 6. I'll leave a link here or a link in the description below for you to check it out. Guy's editing is super awesome, crazy good skating. Check him out, you won't be disappointed. At any rate, I left a comment on that video which influenced my soul, left a comment on my comment asking if the shoe is true to size. And that's a great question. So I figured you guys might want to know that as well. Who doesn't if you're going to buy a shoe? So yes, it is true to size. I'm a true 11. I bought these in 11. They fit perfect. I would not have changed that for anything. So guys, the shoe is true to size. Leave a comment below and let me know if you think there's a better shoe that I should check out. Maybe the Nike Ninja 2s, for example. Anyone skate those and these shoes? Curious to know your thoughts if you have. Alright all my skaters, that's going to do it for my shoe review on the New Balance Numeric 1010 Tiago Pro model. If you like this review and want to see more like it, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. It's really going to help the channel grow. Keep an eye out for my next video. It's going to be my newish skateboard setup. It's a lightly used board, but everything else is brand new. I'm trying a few different new things that I haven't before, so I'm super stoked about it, ready to do some reviews on these items and get it out to you guys so I can see what your thoughts are. In the meantime, you know what time it is. Get out there, get after it.